Hello everyone, I'm Ngozi
and this is Nnena,
and welcome back to our channel. So today we're back at Ejima. We're gonna do the same style we're doing last week. Let us know if you guys like this better. We're just gonna talk about a few topics.
We have so much to talk about. We can't make a video about everything.
Yeah, so I just want to touch on a little things. But basically recapping on a lot that happened last week. A lot of things regarding the murder of George Floyd, Mr. Cooperman, the guy who was harassed in Central Park. I was in a drugstore today, being wrung out, and an African-American girl was talking to her Hispanic co-worker, and she was saying she's tired of America. She said she's ready to move. I didn't want to be too nosy. They were talking as if they wanted me to enter, but I didn't want to intrude into the conversation. I don't remember the country they spoke of. I believe it was either Canada or another country. I couldn't hear the country that they said, and they were talking, and then the guy was like, yeah, my baby mom's husband is there, and he's really dark, and they love it there. I went and visited. We didn't really have any racial encounters. It's not, nowhere will be perfect, but it's better than America. So it just made me think of that. Nana always talks about how basically Black people will never be accepted in America. And I understand saying that, but I just feel as if it's easy to say that as someone who could trace your roots. But for African Americans, I don't think it's fair for anyone to push them out of this country, because this is their country. This is all that they know. So they shouldn't have to go relocate to Japan or Finland or one of these like extra developed countries where people say they don't even think about race and people are so nice. That's not their job. It's like that's not their job to leave where they're from.
Okay, so let me clarify. I'm not saying that it's their job, right? And honestly, I'm even shocked that you mentioned Canada. You mentioned all these other countries. When I'm talking about us never being accepted here, what I'm saying is that we honestly do have a choice. So even as a healthcare provider, I know sometimes the imposter syndrome I've dealt with, the always feeling like I'm not, sometimes feeling like second guessing myself, or people looking at me and they're assuming that I can't be a provider because I'm Black. You know what I mean? Just like so many things you have to deal with being Black in America. Besides even the shootings, that's the most severe, but just on an everyday basis. Microaggressions. People just looking down on you because of the color of your skin without even getting to know who you really are. Always feel like you need to outperform. Always feel like you need to know everything. My white counterparts don't know everything. They can say I don't know, but I can't say I don't know because I'm Black, right?
And I understand that, but the question is, what's the solution?
The solution that I'm proposing is that for everyone that's heard of Marcus Garvey, okay, he tried to take Black Americans back to Africa, specifically Liberia, okay? It did not work. And there's many reasons why it did not work. One of the reasons was because of the language barrier. Other reasons just because, just assimilation, funds, finances. What I'm saying is that if America would actually give reparations to Black Americans who actually deserve it and need it, they can actually use those funds and start a better life if they choose to anywhere outside of America. It does not have to necessarily even be Africa, but the reason why I would choose Africa is, of course, I have direct lineage to Africa, and I feel like Africa is a place that I fit in. Everyone around me is Black. 90% plus of the people around me is Black. I want to go somewhere and I don't want to feel like an outsider. I want it to be that if this client acts like this to me, I'm not going to put race inside.
But the point I'm saying is that are those countries even set up for people to go back
and
to?
That's the reason, and that's the issue.
Is that a viable option?
And that's also the issue. Another reason why it failed, right? But the reason why I feel like it's so important, repatriation, is because I feel like we both have things to gain from each other. Us as Black people that have been in the what we call developed world, quote unquote, we've been in America, Canada, all these developed nations. We can go back and help with a lot of the issues that they're dealing with, from the poor healthcare system to the infrastructure. The corrupt government, I don't know what we're going to do about that, which is like one of the most important issues, which is leading to all the other issues. But I feel as if we both have something to gain from each other. How would we expect Africa to get better? Do we think it's just going to happen? Do we expect all the colonizers to come back
to Africa? Is that not giving America, the white man, his dream? America's no one's land. It's Native Americans' land who are living in.
And I understand that point. But are we going to stay here every day and be complaining? Are we going to stay here every day and be unhappy? So so it's like we're never.
Because I don't believe my happiness lies in Africa. I don't believe that. I don't believe because I go to Africa, I'm going to have a better quality of life. I feel like that's also part of it. I feel like it's a dream that people are selling to people, and it's not true. Because I know the conditions of the places I go to, and I would not want to live there. So I just feel as if people are looking at one area, fitting in.
But you're talking about one country. All of Africa is not the one country that you go to.
There's a couple of countries that I can think of, but I'm just saying West Africa specifically, I don't believe they have the infrastructure, and I don't believe that they have the things for people to repatriate.
But how is it going to happen? Do you think
a colonizer
going to come and fix it?
No, but the countries need to be more accountable and fix themselves ourselves first. It's not.
So you're saying if the countries were better, you would be more open to that?
I'm not open to going back to Africa, period. But I'm saying I can see why people would want to go back if they would fix it, if they had viable options. But I feel like when people just try and push, like, go back to Africa, go back where? The place that people are fighting to leave every second and running to America, even developed countries like Egypt and stuff like that, they're all in America flooded. If their countries were that great,
there's more opportunities.
Yeah, but that's the point. So like we can't sell a fairy tale. Like we have to be realistic. These people are gonna go back to do what? Like, are there opportunities for them? Are there hospitals for them? Are there jobs for them? Are there roads for them?
That were all these are a lot of issues why it failed when Marcus Garvey did it. So I'm not painting it to be a fairy tale. All I'm saying is I feel like that's the only way to escape racism. Is to be around your black people. That's the only way.
But
there's still other issues that come in.
Classism,
tribalism. You know, there's always going to be issues you're going to face in society. But this racism issue is never going to escape America. Period.
I understand that. Okay, so now we're going to a meme that I'm trending. I believe earlier this week, last week, I saw it on a lot of sites, and there's a girl that said, 5 years ago, I asked my friend to test my boyfriend to see how much he loves me. Today, they are happily married with 2 kids. Anita, God won't forgive you. Anita, God won't forgive you for me! Exclamation point. So basically, a lot of people are talking about it, and it's made me really think about now, like, especially getting older, why, and you see a lot of people who are very private about their relationships. And I was just like, talking to my friend, one of my friends, she always wants to see a picture of a guy you're dating, or a guy that one of our friends are dating. I just always feel like that's weird. Like, me personally, if I found out my cousin is dating somebody, I don't need to see how he looks. Like, if she wants to show it to me, that's fine. If Nnena wants to show him to me, that's fine. But I don't know whether it's because I'm just not really a nosy person, but I just really, when it comes to relationships, I really do believe in boundaries. And just stuff like this and you think people are being paranoid. Yeah, you think people are being paranoid. When you see stuff like this, it's like, there's a reason why some people are actually so paranoid. Yes, it's real. And so I'm just curious as to, like, you know, like, how would you feel right now if you, I tell my friend, go see if he's going to talk to you, you know, because girls think they can always try and challenge these men. Test. And then they actually end up getting together.
She must have known that man was a cheater. She knew that he was cheating on her before she tried that test. That's why she tried the test, and her test worked. So maybe that was a blessing in disguise that she didn't need to be with that type of guy. Maybe he's even still cheating on the friend that he's with now.
2 kids that she thinks everything is perfect.
Yeah, exactly. You don't know people's lives. So end of the day, sometimes some people leave their life and it's a blessing.
But how do you feel about privacy when it comes to relationships? Like, do you feel as if, like, do you understand why people don't like me, privacy, like, post them on Instagram, social networks, privacy, don't put pictures up.
You know the thing with privacy is that it can hurt and also help you. Right? Because I've seen situations where people are so private relationships that no one knows they're dating and the guy could cheat easily. Because no one even knows it together and no one's going to report his cheating.
How about I'm talking about your side? Like, I don't think a guy should be private, but I can understand why a girl is private, if that makes sense. Like you're dating a guy,
private?
Like, you don't post him on no social networks. Like, you don't do
we don't post pictures like that, period.
But I'm saying,
so right
period,
now,
like, you don't put him out there.
To be on my page.
You don't put him out there. Like, nobody would know unless people that you're very close to. Even the whole, like, I'm not going to be, like, talking to my cousin about my man. Telling him, like, she's not going to...
That's not private. She's That's sensible.
No, but I'm saying many people, there's girls who, like, you'll feel like you're in a relationship with them and their man. Because they tell everything. Like,
I think at this age, people know this.
Yeah, you know you want to keep some boundaries, but right now it's like you're gonna know his name, where he's from, maybe what he does. That's it. Like, you're not gonna know anything past that. You're not gonna know.
Even as my sister, I think that's fine.
You're not gonna know
what I'm saying is
past that.
Sometimes some people get upset over things I feel like are not important. It might be my personality because, like Ngozi said, I'm not really that nosy. You know what I mean? I don't really care what other people are doing because I'm always like, I have my own problems I'm still trying to deal with. Like, I can't worry about other people's problems. When you tell me your issue, sometimes I don't even like it because it makes me more accountable to you. Like, you tell me your things, I have to be on the lookout. I have to even know who you're dating. If I see you with another girl, then I feel conflicted. If I don't know, I can't tell you anything, right? But my thing with privacy is that when it comes to dating, I definitely think privacy is needed in relationships, but sometimes I don't think you should overdo it. My issue is I feel like I have some friends that I feel like when I get married, or like if I'm certain things, I feel like sometimes they do take things a little personal. Like, you know, like they get upset over things, or they may think you're
super. There's a YouTuber, she was crying because her friend didn't tell her she was pregnant.
Someone was talking about her friend didn't tell her that she was pregnant. I just thought, like, if any of my friends right now don't tell me that they're pregnant, I would not take pregnancy as a personal thing. I don't know how you got the pregnancy. I don't know if you're even pregnant on accident, you're even thinking about getting rid of it. You know what I mean? I don't know what happened. I would never be upset my friend didn't tell me that she's pregnant. I would never be upset even if my cousin didn't tell me she's pregnant. I just be praying that you have a safe delivery. My issue of privacy is that do not be private and then implicate my life. Don't be private and then you want me to stop my life and you didn't tell me what you're doing. That's my issue when I have with privacy. Like, Ngozi can't be trying to hide everything from me, hide her relationship, hide this. All of a sudden, she calling me, oh, I need you to help me get a flight to here. I need you to do this. I need you to do that. If I can help you, I can help you. But don't be upset when I can't. Because
like, don't tell me you're dating somebody and just tell me a wedding date like the next week.
And then be mad I don't come to the wedding.
Yeah.
Exactly. Or don't tell me you're pregnant 2 weeks ago and then all of a sudden now you expect me to stop everything I'm doing because you told me you're pregnant 2 weeks ago. You get what I'm saying? If I have the time, I'll always do it because I feel like that's part of being a good sibling or a good friend or good. But at the end of the day, like, there's certain things you have to plan for. I have to plan to go to your destination wedding. I have to plan. I have to put money aside for that. I have to put money aside for the outfit. I have to put money aside for my hotel, for the flight. So if you want to be private about your relationship and that you're even engaged, and then you tell me you have a wedding like in 3 or 4 months and I can't come because of work, don't be upset.
But my thing is like, we always talk about this privacy, especially being African, Nigerian culture. Why do you think people like are so big on secrecy and privacy? You think it's because of like the voodoo culture? Like people believe in medicine, like people can destroy it for you? Because he's saying people be praying every night and saying they're such devout Christians. So I believe if you really trust in God, how do you believe a person in their fetish practices can destroy what God has for you? You know what I mean? So it's kind of like goes both ways. Like if we say we're such, I feel like that's contradictory. If we say we're such strong Christians, why there's certain things you should feel as if. Not to say you should be naive, because I do believe even if you're strong in faith, you still have to be vigilant. I'm not going to say because I'm a Christian, I'm not going to lock my door. Because I'm a Christian, I'm not going to block my car doors.
I'm not going to
wear my seatbelt because I'm a Christian.
Medicine.
But it comes to a certain point, like when I feel like certain people can be so private and secret, is that if you really believe in God, you believe that God is working for your good. I feel like sometimes a lot of people can be extra private, secretive because they know what they do, or because they're kind of like, I don't want to say they're into fetish things, but I just feel as if from their own personal experience that they know what the people around them are about, that it kind of opens their eyes to what someone could do to them, if that makes sense.
Or I think it's just past experience. For example, if you have 4 miscarriages, maybe you don't want to tell people that you're pregnant right now because you don't know if it's going to stay in your body.
I saw a post yesterday, stop asking women when they're going to have their next child on Instagram. It was so deep. And the girl talked about how she was like 23 and can't have kids. She has like a disorder and she couldn't have any more kids, and everyone was asking
23, she's had a child already?
She already had a child.
Oh, okay.
So stuff like that, like people will ask you, like you know what I mean? Like you say you don't know. You like if someone's not having, I just don't understand why people just can't mind their business. That's my big thing. Right now, I can't, like, if someone gained weight, that's not your place to tell them to gain weight. Unless that's someone you're very close to, someone actually, I just feel like, I don't understand why people find the need to just be in people's business. Like, I just feel like it would be a better place if people just mind their business. Like, I don't care what I don't care who the next person's dating. I don't care whether you have a child today, you don't have one for 40, I don't care. Like, that's your business, your body. It's not my place, but I just feel like when people just feel so entitled, like we go into the nobody owes you mentality. I feel like part of it's kind of feeling entitled. Like, you're my friend, so you're supposed to tell me everything that happens to you. You're my cousin, you're my aunt, you're my sister, your mother, you're my this, so you're supposed to do this for me, you're supposed to do that for me. I think it comes down to people feeling entitled.
I would say straight up for all my friends watching, I don't think I was telling any. My thing is that, like, did you ask me? I'm not a liar.
Is there a difference in privacy and secrecy?
That's the difference. To me, secrecy is like you're lying. Like, I will ask you, are you seeing somebody? Tell me no.
Yeah.
Do you have a boyfriend? Tell me no. If you ask me anything, for the most part, I'm very, very transparent, which is, I think, the American side of me. Like, I don't like to hide stuff. Like,
so privacy is just omitting it.
Privacy is just me not, like, if we're having a conversation and talking about my move to this place, or we're talking about my new job, I don't need to tell you who I'm dating. That's not part of the conversation. I'm like, oh, guess what? Also, I met this fabulous guy. Like, that's not relevant to our conversation. But if you ask me, Nana, are you seeing someone? I will tell you.
So anything, I just don't see how some people can really take it personal. Like, oh my God, my friend didn't tell me that she's dating someone. Like, what? Like, you don't have things to think about? You don't have better things to think?
I think sometimes it's idleness. Like, I think a lot of people that I know, I feel like they're just like, a lot of them don't, like, I've noticed a lot of them don't work, you know what I mean? They don't have hobbies. Like, they just sit on the phone all day.
People are very busy and still would want to know.
I don't know.
I think it's personality. I feel like some people take it as like, that's like a badge of our friendship. Like, because you didn't tell me, you don't trust me. No, not that I don't trust you. It's the fact that no matter what, if you tell my mother always says that if you do something with somebody else, it's never going to be a secret, right? So if I don't even want the possibility of you feeling in a situation where you don't want to have to go tell somebody, or you don't want to slip, I'm doing you the favor of not telling you, so you don't have to slip. You know what I mean? Let's say I tell you something, but I don't want you telling anybody else. For me, it's better for me not to even tell you. Because I don't want you in a situation where you feel as if you're conflicted. Oh, let's say you have a group of friends and one friend knows and everyone else doesn't know. And it's like, you know what I mean? I just feel like it can end up being complicated. So I think it's better for me just like to not even tell you. So you don't have to have that on your conscience. if that makes sense.
I understand when people are private, but it's different between you being private and you just being a liar. Like I've had it firsthand experience, even with people that claim they're devout Christians praying every day, like they be lying about stupid stuff. And my issues are like, you don't need to lie. Like you just say, I don't feel like discussing this. I've had people talked to when I was young. You know, certain questions maybe you probe too much. You don't, because you know, like our culture, in American culture and African culture is much different. American people usually are way more open. You get what I'm saying? So there might questions you might, or like I've asked someone a question before, like, oh, like someone that told me that they're pregnant, like, oh, so when do you do? No, in African culture, don't ask those questions. Don't ask a woman when her pregnancy, when she's due. She just, person told me like 3 months before she's really due. I said, wow.
You know I'm gonna find out.
You know, like, it's just weird to me. Why are you lying about that? If you don't want me to know when you're due, don't tell me you're pregnant. You get what I'm saying? But like,
and what you think I'm gonna do? Do you think I'm gonna go conjure some spirits and make you not have your child?
I don't know, it's just weird. Sometimes people lie about. I feel like there's a difference between you just being lying, like people being private and lying is two different things. Let's clarify that. Like I said, secrecy, privacy are different. Like just stop lying about stuff that is stupid. Just I don't want to talk about it.
I'm not sure yet.
Look, I think there's certain things people just don't feel comfortable saying. They don't know how to say it. You know what I mean? So I think I've learned as I'm getting older. I just stay my distance and ask less questions because people can tell you stuff, but they still don't want to. It's weird. I feel like if I don't want to answer any questions about something, I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to go tell you because I met this guy and then just leave it at that. No, if I don't want, because I know she's going to ask me, okay, what does he do? How tall is he? Maybe I'm not proud of his job. Maybe I'm not proud of how he looks. I just won't tell her. You get what I'm saying? Does that make sense? But we live and
let us know how you feel about it. If you guys think there's a difference between private and secret. You know, we touched upon a couple of stuff. We don't want to make this too long-winded, but let us know how you feel in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in our next video. Bye.